Welcome to Public Domain Video Theater presented by the great detectives of old time radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. In a moment, we're going to bring you another episode of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes with Ronald Howard. Joining us once again is Tom Fox of the Compliance Podcast Network and the host of the Adventures in Compliance podcast, and who is also in the process of writing a Sherlock Holmes book based on that podcast. Tom, welcome back once again to the podcast. It feels like just a moment ago.
That it does, Adam. I'm always thrilled to be on your podcast. You have such a unique take and love of radio, classic television, if that's the right phrase for the era we're looking at. And it's always great to be able to visit with you on the things we jointly love.
Well, this one's going to be a fun one. This is, of the 39 episodes they did in this series, this is the only one that directly adapted one of the original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stories. This is season 1, episode 11, original air date December 27th, 1954. And here is The Case of the Red-Headed Leak.
What are you doing?
Well, I hope I didn't alarm you, old chap. I'm just taking gun prints.
This is the end. This time you've gone too far, Holmes. You can't turn this place into a shooting gallery. Gun prints.
Have you ever seen a gun print?
I've never even heard of a gun print. You'll kill somebody one of these days, Holmes. Parliament ought to pass a law against people like you.
Well, of course, gun print's just the name I've given it. Actually, it's the marks on the bullet left by the rifling in the gun barrel.
Ah!
Yeah, would you like to look at these two bullets under the magnifying glass? You'll observe that they have different markings, because they were fired by different guns.
I'm not interested, not in the least interested. The police will be here in a minute.
But you should be interested, Watson. You're interested in saving lives, aren't you?
Of course, but...
Well, look, this very little experiment may very well save a life someday.
How can firing bullets
now,
from
listen,
here
wait
into
a minute. Take the case of a man who is accused of murder.
I'd rather not.
The prosecution claimed that the bullets were fired from his gun.
They probably were. The man was guilty. I can see it all.
Yes, but if it can be proved that it was impossible by the markings, then an innocent man's life could be saved.
That's all very well and good, Holmes, but this flat is not the place to conduct these sort of experiments. How would you like it if I started to practice my surgery in the bathtub or on the kitchen table?
Could you manage it in the bathtub, do you think?
Oh, I give up. And now, if you're not keeping this appalling smell for experimental purposes, I will, with your permission, open the door. Holmes, I told you. I knew you'd gone too far. Now you have shot somebody.
Well, if I have, I shall have to certainly correct those guns for drift. That's fantastic. He seems to have some breath in him still.
No fault of yours if he has. Now, help me with him before somebody sees it. Really, firing off revolvers, brewing poison, frightening people. It's more than a man can stand, Holmes. Really, more than a man can stand.
Am I wounded badly, please? I'm a poor man. I can't afford a hospital.
No. You'll be all right in a minute. You've just fainted from something.
Something, you say? Didn't you hear what happened? I was outside, about to knock at your door, when suddenly I was attacked. Someone turned a revolver loose on me, bullets flying everywhere. I tried to fight back bravely, but there were too many of them, 6 or 7 at least, all firing guns.
I'll get you a glass of brandy.
Oh, thank you. You'd better call the police. They may try it again, whoever they are. Maniacs and foreigners, I'll be bound.
No. You're quite safe now. Those shots came from my revolver and were fired into that wadding over there.
You mean you were the one who...
Yes, I was just carrying out a little experiment. I must apologize for any shock I may have given you.
And no one is after me?
And not to my knowledge, Mr. Wilson. Here, will you drink this, huh?
Oh, thank you. You called me Mr. Wilson just now. How did you know that was my name?
Well, it's on your collar.
Very shrewd indeed, you're noticing my name like that. In fact, you've got exactly the kind of mind that could help me to unravel my mystery. That is, if you're willing to lend a poor man a hand.
Oh, yes. I owe you at least that. What is the mystery?
But perhaps you'll get a better idea of what it is if you read this first. Yeah, it's in the wanted column. Read it for yourself.
To the Red-Headed League. On account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in... Apply in person on Monday at 11 o'clock to Duncan Ross at the offices of the League, 7 Pope's Court, Fleet Street. Apply in person on Monday at 11 o'clock to Duncan Ross at the offices of the League, 7 Pope's Court, Fleet Street.
But what on earth does it mean, the Red-Headed League?
It is a little off the beaten track, isn't it?
I assure you I felt the same way as you when I read it. A vacancy? For what, I asked. I'm a dealer in second-hand merchandise, and I believe in giving value for value received. And it certainly struck me as odd that somebody was prepared to give £4 a week for nothing. But young Spaulding took a different view of it.
Oh? Who is young Spaulding?
Vincent Spaulding. He's my assistant, and I couldn't wish for a nicer young man.
I see. Now, suppose you tell me the story as it happened, right from the beginning.
From the beginning? Yes, of course. Well, it all started 2 months ago when that paper came out. I was in the shop at the time. I'm there practically the whole of my time. I'm a widower and I've got little else to do. When young Spaulding came back from lunch.
Mr. Wilson, if you only knew how I wish that I had red hair like you.
Huh?
Don't believe it or not. Here is another vacancy for the League of Red-Headed Men.
A league of what?
Red-Headed Men. Surely you've heard of them, haven't you?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't get about as much as some of you young people do.
Well, I should have thought everyone would have heard of the League of Red-Headed Men. Well, at least everyone who was eligible. Now, a man like you, if he were accepted, could make himself a nice little nest egg without hardly lifting a hand.
Vincent, I've told you before, there's one thing you've got to learn in life. Nobody ever gets anything except by the sweat of his brow. Value receives value. What is this Red-Headed League?
Take a look at this paper yourself. How I wish my hair would change color, really I do. What a nice little nest egg I'd make for myself.
Well, this doesn't make sense to me.
No? Will you see the name? Ezekiah Hopkins?
Yes.
Oh, he was an American millionaire. Very peculiar in his ways. He was red-headed himself and had great sympathy for all red-headed men. So, when he died, he left an enormous fortune in the hands of trustees to make life easier for all red-headed men.
Oh, really? Yeah, red-headed men.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but I couldn't apply even if I wanted to. I've got the shop here to look after.
Oh, that's the whole point. The work don't amount to anything. Absolutely nothing at all. It need not interfere with a man's other occupation.
Well, even so, probably millions of men would apply for it.
No, this is limited to Londoners and to grown men. You see, this American started off from London and I suppose wanted to do the old town a good turn. And then again, I hear it's no use applying unless your hair is a real fiery red.
Huh. Do you think my hair is red enough?
I've never seen any redder.
I could use the money. There's all sorts of repairs I could do, and... Vincent, I'm going to investigate this league. Lock up the shop. You're coming with me.
Yes, sir.
You're right. It is fiery red, isn't it?
Just let me handle everything. All right. Stand back, everybody. This is Mr. Hopkins' son. Go on, step back, or he'll see that you don't get interviewed at all. Mr. Hopkins. This way.
Thank you for applying, Mr. Everson. Your name will be kept on file, and in the event you are chosen to fill the vacancy, I'll get in touch with you immediately.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. I do hope I win. My family and me could do with the money.
We shall see what we shall see, Mr. Everson.
Thank you so much.
Are you the next applicant?
Yes, this is Mr. J.B.S. Wilson. Your search is over. He's willing to fill the vacancy.
Will you sit down, Mr. Wilson? I've never seen anything like it.
I told you, Mr. Wilson.
It's extraordinary, beyond belief. Congratulations. It would be an injustice to hesitate.
I've got the position.
You have. You will, however, excuse me for taking an obvious precaution. There are tears in your eyes. I perceive all is as it should be, but we have to be careful, for twice now we have been deceived by wigs, and once by paint. I'm sorry the vacancy has been filled, but thank you one and all for coming. My name is Duncan Ross. I'm one of the trustees in charge of the fund left by your noble benefactor. When shall you be able to embark upon your new duties?
Oh, well, almost any time, I suppose. Though I should mention that I have another business which will require some of my time.
Oh, so long as you're free to be here between the hours of 10 to 2, there'll be no objections.
Easy enough, Mr. Wilson. There's very little business during those hours, and what there is, I could take care of.
Oh, thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. And what is the work?
Copying the encyclopedia. The Encyclopedia Britannica. You will provide your own pen, ink, and blotting paper, and copy it down word for word. Is that agreeable?
Well, yes.
Our only demand is that you remain in the office, or at least in building, during working hours. If you leave, you forfeit your position forever. The will is very clear from that point.
Well, it's only 4 hours a day. I shouldn't think of leaving.
No excuse will avail, neither sickness, nor business, or anything else. Here you must stay or lose your billet.
I quite understand.
Then, goodbye, Mr. Wilson. And again, let me congratulate you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, you'll do a wonderful job of it, Mr. Wilson. I'm sure you will.
The first word was Archon. At the end of 8 weeks, I'd finished the A's and begun the B's. For this, Mr. Ross rewarded me every Saturday with 4 golden sovereigns. Yesterday morning, however, I got a staggering blow indeed. Mr. Milford?
Yes, what can I do for you?
What's happened to Mr. Ross?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Ross! Duncan Ross! In office number 4. He's gone. What's happened to him?
Just a moment. Let me look him up in my files. Are you a customer of this, Mr. Ross?
I work for him. That is, I did up until this morning.
What did you do?
I copied the encyclopedia.
You copied?
The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Wouldn't it have been cheaper buying another encyclopedia rather than going to all the trouble of copying it?
You don't understand. That's the work the Red-Headed League required me to do.
Look here, my good man. If this is a joke, I fail to see the humor. If it isn't, it's my duty to inform you that office number 4 was rented temporarily to William Morris, an accountant. I never heard of Duncan Ross, nor the Red-Headed League in all my life, and I'm certain they never existed.
I got the home address of William Morris, but when I arrived there, it turned out to be a factory making ladies' unmentionables. No one had ever heard of William Morris or Duncan Ross.
My word, you really were on a wild goose chase, weren't you?
After that, I didn't know quite what to do. The whole experience was so embarrassing, I could hardly make myself tell it to Spaulding.
Then, quite naturally, you thought of me.
Oh, as I said before, I'm not a rich man. If I don't locate the League or find out what happened to them, I stand to lose £4 a week.
You don't stand to lose anything, Mr. Wilson. You can't lose something you didn't possess in the first place. And the story is probably a pack of lies in any case.
Holmes.
And if it isn't, you've no reason to complain. You're 30 pounds richer by your experience, not to mention the invaluable knowledge you've gained on every subject under the letter A. If I were you, Mr. Wilson, I'd be quite grateful and forget about the whole affair. Good day to you, sir.
Well, I hardly expected this kind of treatment.
If you should discover a corpse at your second-hand shop in an old cello case, you're perfectly welcome to return. In the meantime, I have an experiment to conclude.
I'm going to find out if firing a gun in a house is illegal. If it is, you can rely on me to report you.
Holmes, what on earth persuaded you to behave like that?
Yes, it was rather unseemly behavior, wasn't it, Watson? But absolutely necessary, I assure you.
But why?
Well, if I tell him I was willing to take on his case, he'd probably give it away to the wrong party. Why burden him with the necessity of having to keep a secret?
Then you mean you're going to take the case?
I wouldn't miss finding out about the Red-Headed League for all the tea in India.
China, Holmes. Do you think it could be a prank, some sort of wild practical joke on Mr. Wilson?
Well, at £4 a week for 8 weeks, the joke would be on someone else.
It is a considerable sum, isn't it?
The case, as I see it, breaks down into two whys. I think I know the first why, but the second why eludes me.
Well, which is the why you know and which is the why you don't know?
Well, why was the League formed? Now, that's obvious. To keep Wilson out of the shop for a certain number of hours a day. But why is the why that I want to know?
Well, why is the why that you want to... I see. You mean somebody tried to get Wilson out of his shop in order to steal something from him?
No. The case is too elaborate to justify stealing from so small a shop as Wilson's. No, the reason is bigger than that. Bigger than any of us might imagine.
Now, you're not going to start shooting again, Holmes.
No, but I'm going to take this with us.
Us?
Yes, you're interested in the case, aren't you?
I'm a doctor, Holmes.
Well, all the better if someone should get hurt.
This started out to be such a peaceful morning, and an old friend of mine was coming from India, and we were going to spend the day together. And now look what you've talked us into, the Red-Headed League.
Yes, exciting, isn't it?
Seems to be nobody here.
I wonder where it could be.
I'll be right with you, gentlemen. May I help? I'm sorry, I was occupied in the cellar. I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Not at all. My friend here is interested in making a purchase.
Mm-hmm. Anything in particular?
Anything in, well, you never know what you might, oh, what's that?
That?
Yeah.
That is a, oh, yes, this is fascinating. This is it's the essential part of the structure of a wild boar trap.
No, really?
Yes.
By Jove, a wild boar trap, eh? How very interesting. Now, and a very fine specimen as wild boar traps go.
Yes,
A very fine. Oh, indeed. Reminds me of my day. There we were, all lined out in a row, as far as the eye could see. Yes. Down the hill came the enemy, and the Battle of Royal Burnett was on.
Yes, if you excuse me.
There we were, outnumbered 112 to 1. That was from the count after the battle, as you understand.
Yes.
Charge, they shouted, as down the hill they came, the hordes of heathen, at 112 to 1. And from that moment I became a collector, and I've been a collector ever since. You understand that, of course?
Oh, yes, but that is a quite perfectly natural reaction.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. What?
Yes, 1 o'clock. Our engagement with the Colonel. Do you remember? The one who led you in the charge.
Oh, of course, yes. Well, I hope you'll keep that for me, will you?
Well, there's been a fearful run on wild boar traps lately, but I'll do my best.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon. Well, what did you discover? The knees of Spaulding's trousers show considerable wear.
What does that mean?
That's a great deal. Let me have your stick for a minute.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, no time to explain now, but a considerable crime is in contemplation. And since today is Saturday, we may have some difficulty in preventing it.
What kind of a crime?
A bank robbery.
What?
Shh. Meet me at the side entrance of the Westminster County Bank at 10 o'clock sharp.
Yes, is that the bank that's going to be...
Yes. At 10 o'clock sharp, remember?
Yeah.
The basement vaults of the Royal Westminster Bank, as you can see, they are impregnable.
Why are you so sure that the bank's going to be robbed, Holmes?
Because the knees of a man's trousers were badly worn.
I can't see how they can possibly get in here.
Is that the gold?
Yes. We had occasion some months ago to strengthen our reserves, and so we borrowed 30,000 Napoleons from the Bank of France.
Word must have leaked out, if Mr. Holmes' deductions are correct.
Gentlemen, we must prepare ourselves. As soon as Mr. Wilson goes to sleep, they will make attempts to get in.
Who are they?
Shh.
Get back. It's all right. Hey, jump!
All right, Spaulding, your bank robbing days are over.
So I see. I fancy my pal got away all right, though.
There are 3 policemen waiting for him at the other end.
You seem to have done things very, very, very neatly. I must compliment you.
But I feel obliged to reciprocate. Your red-headed league was very inventive indeed.
Here. You were the one who came into the shop this afternoon. You came with...
With me.
Ah. I thought there was something very, very queer. You don't look like a collector at all.
He helped to collect you, didn't he? I think you'd better come along with me.
I don't know how the bank can repay you, Mr. Holmes.
I've been more than amply repaid, Mr. Merriweather, by having one of the most unique experiences of my career. However, there is one thing you could do for me.
Name it.
Well, it's...
Anything, Mr. Holmes.
I'm a regular depositor at your bank, Mr. Merriweather, and I should be eternally grateful if you could do something about your pens. I've yet to find one of them that work. Come along, Watson.
What I shall never understand is how you suddenly knew there would be a bank robbery.
Well, if you remember, when we visited the second-hand shop, Spaulding was in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay much attention to it at the time, but later on I noticed that the knees of his trousers were badly worn. as if he'd spent some time kneeling, doing some sort of burrowing work. But burrowing where? Perhaps from the cellar to the next building. The moment the thought occurred to me, I whisked you outside and surprised you by tapping on the pavement with your stick.
You certainly did. Oh, I'll just go and see who it is. Hello, come on in, Inspector.
Good evening, Dr. Watson. I hope it's not too late to make a call.
Of course not. Come right on.
Well, I saw the light was on, and I just thought I'd drop in.
Ah, how are you, Inspector? Now, make yourself at home.
Oh,
Draw up a chair.
Thank you very much indeed.
Cup of tea?
Yes, please. Well, by the time the newspapers come out with a report of your exploits tomorrow, Holmes, you'll be a hero.
Well, I shall try and remain humble through it all.
Yes, the whole of London. Except, of course, Mr. Wilson. Unless I miss my guess, he wants me still to arrest you.
Arrest me? What for?
Well, he didn't like the way you treated him last night, you know. And then, of course, he complains that... Oh, no, it's too ridiculous. Still, I think you'd enjoy hearing about it. He claims that you were firing a revolver in this house. You know it's against the law, don't you? But who in their sober senses would do such a thing?
Yes, it does sound very implausible, doesn't it?
Yes, that's exactly what I told him. I mean, people just don't do things like that, do they? No.
Welcome back. Let me say, first of all, this story has a very special place in my heart, as it was the very first Sherlock Holmes story I ever read. When I was 8 or 9, I saw a standalone copy of this book on my grandfather's bookshelf and grabbed it. I think he got it during his trip to the UK. You know, it was very colorful, but it was pretty much the unabridged text from my memories. And I adored the story, and it was really my introduction to this whole world of Holmes. And so I think this is also an appropriate story for them to do because, as we mentioned last episode, the focus is on Holmes when he was younger. And this is, of course, from the very first collection, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So what did you think about this as an adaptation?
So as an adaptation, it was about 90% faithful, maybe 95%, but the unfaithfulness at the end really was disturbing because this story sets up so much of the rest of the short story. So I'll get to that in a minute. But what I have to say is and this is of course black and white. And the Red-Headed League is a league of red-headed gentlemen. But the actor who played the red-headed character in this, he was the best adaptation of that character I have ever seen. I thought he personified the character. The first time he was on screen, I went, wow, that's it. He is that character. And I just, whether or not he had red hair or not, I pretended he did because it was in black and white. So I enjoyed the immensely that character. I thought he played him literally as well as any other character I've seen in any adaptation of the Red-Headed League. So I thought it was great for that. This sort of background story about Holmes shooting pistols at his home. I thought that got a little bit silly because that is also a part of the canon. He shoots guns to look at shell casings and to look at striations on bullets. So that's a well-known part of what he does, and it does irritate people, but I thought they took that a little too far. But let me get to the one caveat. And when we get to the very end, and it's completely faithful to the bank heist, to how the bad guys are caught. But in the story, short story, he announces the presence of Dr. Moriarty. And that literally sets up Moriarty for the rest of the 56 short stories and indeed into the novels. He didn't do that here. He only arrested him. And so I was waiting for that moment because it's in the book, it's special. And in every adaptation I've ever seen, it's the ultimate line in the show or in the story, and they didn't have it here. So I was a little disappointed in that, but I cannot say enough about the actor who played the redheaded gentleman. He was, in my mind, he was that character.
Yeah, I was curious as well about the actor. I think Alexander Gauge, I think, is how his last name was pronounced. And I went searching trying to find, but most of the picture, I found one picture that was in color, but I was kind of like, it could be red hair. But he was a very popular British character actor. If you're into British classic television, you probably better remember him as Friar Tuck from the Adventures of Robin Hood.
Wow.
And he was also the Regent Prince George in the Scarlet Pimpernel series. But he did sadly pass away in 1960. So I could not find definitive proof, but again, I think just did a great job. And I liked the portrayal. I was kind of struck too when I was searching. It was, just so well embodied. I looked at, when I was searching for the character, I saw an image from the 1980s, Granada series, and the actor they had there, they just went, way over the top in like, does this person look red-haired enough? But I think the performance is really what does stand out here. I do think that I don't believe they actually ended up using Moriarty in this series. I've watched quite a few episodes, and I don't think he shows up, which might be one reason why they left that out. But just because of where they took the story. But I do think that is I think that is something that it would have been nice if they'd left in, but I guess if you weren't going to bring Maury out in the course of the series, it's like, do you want to tease that out and not bring it up? The one thing I also kind of liked in here was interesting was the portrayal of Dr. Watson. Because I mentioned this is young Sherlock Holmes, but it's also young Dr. Watson. And you see kind of this push and pull on him. Like his whole catchphrase from the series is, really, Holmes, this is too much. But, he's still hanging around. And, even had that scene where he's, griping about the fact that this adventure is ruining his plans, and Holmes walks away and you get this like really sort of subtle smile. And then, he gets into that whole thing at the pawn shop where he's distracting Victor. And it's just kind of this tension between like, I'm this proper English gentleman, but it's like, this adventure is exciting. And, eventually he gets to the point where he more takes it in his stride. But you see this kind of tension, and you saw that as well, like with Martin Freeman and Sherlock. He he particularly at the beginning, he's like, this is all crazy. But then as time goes on, he more goes with it. So I like how Marion Crawford just really captures that tension within Dr. Watson. And I think that's actually all. Do you know when your book will be coming out?
I hope to have it out by Q4
of this year, next year, or this year. Oh, wow. All right. So we will look for that. The Adventures in Compliance book by Tom Fox. Thank you so much for being with us. And that will be all for now.
Adam, as always, thank you so much for having me back.
Thank you for watching. You can follow us on social media or contact me by email at box13@greatdetectives.net. And be sure to check out our website at greatdetectives.net. If you want even more video theater, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, the Apple Podcast Store, or Spotify. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to like the video. Finally, thank you to all of our Patreon supporters for their support. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.